Hey y'all, it's Tasha here, and per usual, God has put a word on my heart to tell you guys, and He told me to tell y'all to stop trying more and surrender more. I'm gonna say that again. He said, stop trying so much and surrender more. So He gave me this word, and it hit my spirit pretty hard because, especially going into this new year, I don't know about y'all, but my used to be natural instinct before I became a daughter of Christ. My natural instinct is like, I need to try to do this. I need to do this. I gotta. And God was like, what if you didn't try this year? Like, what if you tried less and surrendered more? And I was like, oh, God, that was good. Like, because what do I need to try for in this season? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I need to try for? If I surrender my plans, my goals, my future over to God, then I no longer need to try to go with my plans, go with my thing, go with my flow, and go with what I have planned. If I'm surrendering, I'm saying, God, forget what I got going on and what I want for myself. I'm falling into what you want for me. And so I was like, that, if that was a word for me, I know that was a word for somebody else too. Like, what is it that you're trying for? You know, like, what if you just did not try? What if you really just gave all of your goals, all of your plans this year over to God, and it was like, let your will be done. Let your will be done, God. Like, it's nothing wrong, and I always tell people this too, because it's a stigma between seizing. Like, it always says, I believe it even says in the Bible to, like, pray without ceasing, and that is so true. But people get that mixed up because it also says in the Bible, like, if you don't ask, like, you can't give you what you want if you don't ask. So I just want to let people know that, like, there's nothing wrong with placing what you would like to happen. It's like giving someone a Christmas list. Like, there's nothing wrong with giving someone that Christmas list and say, hey, do with this what you want. Like, and it's nothing wrong with going to God, telling him, like, God, I would like this to happen if it's in your will. God, I would like for this to happen. I would like this new car. I would like this new house. I would like whatever it is. There's nothing wrong with telling God what it is that you would like. But there is power in saying, God, I would like this. But if you have something better for me, I will take that. Like, I absolutely want that. Or God, like, God, I would like this new house, you know what I'm saying? And this is the kind of house that I want. It's my aesthetic. It's what I like. But God, if you have something better for me, if you want to give me that fixer upper that's going to end up turning into $1 million home later in life, like, go ahead, God. I'm with that too. So there's nothing wrong with placing your things onto God and saying, God, this is what I would like. But there is power in saying, God, this is what I would like, but I also really want whatever you have in store for me. So if it's not in your will, God, I don't want it. Like, I don't want it. So I just want to tell people that, because I also struggle with asking God for stuff. And I used to be like, oh, he does so much for me, or it's so weird. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm always asking him for something, or, things like that. I used to feel so weird about that. But literally, the minute that I started to come to God and really just telling him what I would like, he either gave me that or he gave me something better. He either gave me that or he gave me something better. So I just want to reiterate off of the word he gave me as far as trying less and surrendering more. Like, there is power in surrendering your plans over to God and then letting his will be done for them. Because ultimately, if you are chasing after something and it's not in his will, and the odds of you chasing that and finding something and that is not in his will, we all know that that's not going to turn out right. So when God put that on my spirit to try less and surrender more, to find real happiness, to find real joy, to find real consistency in your life, I was like, oh, I got to share this with my people, because that's the key. That's the key. Try less. Like, what do I need to try for? What do I need to try for? Like, I have a father who does the most for me. He's crazy about me. He loves me. Like, what do I need to try for? I just need to give that over to him. I just need to make sure that what I want to accomplish, that is in his will. And if it's not in his will, I know that he's going to show up and give me more, or better, or more than I can even imagine. I don't know. There was this meme for a while going on when it was God, and he was holding the little boy was crying, or it was a little boy or a little girl, and he was crying for the teddy bear, and God had this huge old teddy bear like behind him, and the little boy just wanted that teddy bear, and God was like, but basically, like, I have this big old teddy bear, what do you want this little teddy bear for? Like, you know. And that's what I think about. It's just like, when we are trying and we are in our flesh trying to get a reward or trying to get something, we are putting God on the outside of that plan, because that is something that we are trying to do in our flesh. That is something that we are trying to accomplish in our flesh. That means God is like, oh, okay, cool, you got it. That's what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna just let you. I'm gonna let you go after that. Then I'm gonna let you run this little hamster wheel race and see how far you get until you understand, like, I am the way. I am the way. So God is just like, tell my people that they need to try less and surrender more. Like, what if we just trusted God's plan this year for our lives? What if we just went after what it was he wanted us to go after this year in our lives? Like, we've done, I can't count how many other New Year's, like, I just woke up and was like, okay, I need to go ahead, I need to get to the gym, I need to start this business, I need to do this, what if we didn't do that this year? What if we just was like, God, I trust you, because why wouldn't I trust you? Like, you've done everything for me. You've made everything happen for me. Like, what if, God, I just trust you with my plan, with your plan. I trust whatever plan you have for me into this new year. And I would like these things, certain things, you know. So God, if it's in your will, I want that, you know. I want that. But if it's not, I'm okay with that too. And I trust that your will is better than mine, and your understanding is better than mine. I understand that you are the Father and you can make everything happen. So I need to go to you first, and I need to remove more of myself. This is what I say. I say this in almost all my videos, of just dying of your flesh. Like, do something different. Step out of that ordinary, step out of that same route, step out of that same cycle. Like, step out of it and just literally just like focus on putting God more into that thing, putting God more into your plans, putting God more into that. Because that's what they also say, God laughs at plans. Yeah, he laughs at plans because we make the plans and then we say, God, this is what we want. Take this. Like, I want this. We pray about it, pray. We just keep praying and praying about it until it happens or it doesn't happen. But either way, it's just like, okay. But what if this time we say, God, what do you have for me this year? What do you have for me this year? What do you want from me? What do you need from me this year, God? What does this year look like for me this year? What are we doing this year? I, for one, woke up. I didn't have any specific plans or any certain way that I was going to tackle anything, but I just know I wanted more of God and less of myself, because he's been purging me so much last year. I'm like, God, I'm excited for what you're about to do for me in this year. Like, I'm excited for what's about to happen this year. I can't wait to see what you're doing for me in this year and what you have in store for me. Like, what are we doing this year, God? Like, I was so excited to write that in my journal, and I'm so excited to give y'all this word, like, the same week of the new year, and just hope that this blesses your heart like it blessed mine, and that it puts you in a state of, like, just not having to try. Like, we have to sit back sometimes and really just trust God with his plans for our lives, especially going into this new year. Like, it's make or break season, like, for us, like, his chosen people. Like, we need to make sure we got our ducks in a row. Like, we need to make sure that we're not playing, that we're stepping on all those enemies' attacks, that we are not playing games with the devil this year. Like, we're not playing games. We're not being defeated. Like, it's time that we take a lot of what we've learned and applying it into this new year. So I hope that this word blesses your heart. And I always say, if this is your word, please take it back to God. Please pray about it. If it is your word, you will feel it in your spirit. And I hope that it blesses. I really do hope that it changes your trajectory for this new year and like puts some peace and confidence into going into the new year. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.